It's the Brad and John Show.
It's the Brad and John Show. Today's date is August 27th, 2025. This is the C block, the Charlie block, which means we started right around 7:40. We are right on time this morning, 7:46. John, I'm going to warn you right now. Okay, I'm going to warn you sort of.
Yep, I got my headphones off.
Take your headphones off a little bit. I ran into someone the other day, and I walked up to this person, and I said, "Hi, how you doing?" And you know what that person said, John?
What'd they say, Brad?
If you're the police, where are your badges?
Badges? We ain't got no badges. We don't need no badges. I don't have to show you any stinking badges.
That's what the person said. Okay, I threw you for a loop there, didn't I? You thought for sure I was going to do the Judy Garland thing, right?
Yeah, I'm glad we got off that. That was punishing to our listeners.
Okay, have you been following this Chimp Crazy story? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the woman in... Okay, here's all I've gathered from headlines, Brad. I haven't read a single piece about it, but some woman was keeping chimpanzees in her house, and then fast forward to today's headline, and now she claims that she's destitute and she can't pay the fine. Can you fill in the gaps for me?
Well, it's sort of a bizarre story. I think she's down in Jeffco, and she had chimps.
Okay, and I mean, let's be honest, that would explain a lot, right?
Yeah. Okay. She was a chimp lover, and she had a bunch of chimps, and somehow they found out she had chimps, and they raided her house, and they took all the chimps away for her, and she got charged with some crime or something like that. I don't know. I guess it's illegal to have chimps or stuff like that. And what really got her in deep doo-doo, she says, "Nep, I don't have any more chimps. They're all gone." And by the way, she was on some reality show and stuff like that. She was secretly hiding one more chimp. And,
oh, wow. Like in her basement.
Right. And someone found out that she had another chimp. So guess who is the protagonist in this whole crazy story?
A chimpanzee.
No. PETA.
Oh, wow. Because they say that animals like that should not be held in captivity, etc.
Right. And a lot of people don't know what PETA stands for. It stands for People Eating Tasty Animals. That's what PETA stands for.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Officially.
No. PETA came after her and have sued her. And the story is they have a judgment against her, and she has no money. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, here we go again. John, I know there are pet lovers out there. They're going to not like what I say. This to me is so sad. An organization that PETA exists, when yet why don't we have the people for ethical treatment of humans, PETH?
Yeah, Brad, has there ever been a case in Missouri that you can remember where there was an assault on a dog and it ended up there people being protesting there?
John? John's always...
Has that ever happened, Brad? I haven't heard that story in a little while.
Years ago, John, there was a story of the guy, and once again, I don't condone this. He got mad at his dog.
Once again.
And he beat his dog to death with a hammer, and the people for like months were picketing the guy's house. But yet, if we had some subhuman knuckle dragger who beats his girlfriend's baby to death or shakes him to death, and nobody ever says anything about that. But yet, beat your dog to death with a hammer, and people are going to protest for months. But yet, beat a human being to death, shake it to death, do whatever you can, drop it on the floor, cause severe brain damage, and maybe possibly death to a baby, and nobody says anything. Here we have an organization that is for the ethical treatment of animals. And what I don't quite understand on this is that when I go to McDonald's or any of the other places, if I go to Chick-fil-A, what does that meat come from, John? When you go to Chick-fil-A and you eat that chicken sandwich, what does that meat come from, John?
I think it just comes from the supermarket, Brad. It certainly isn't representative of an animal.
You don't think it's like any part of an animal?
No, I'm not chicken. Isn't that some sort of tofu? Isn't that made from some kind of soybean meal?
So when you have that, they think they call that chicken breast. Is that something you get at Hooters or something like that? Is that what?
Yeah, it's part of the Hooters rebranding. So your point, Brad, is that why aren't these people protesting at a Chick-fil-A?
Yes.
Or any other place that serves
yes, meat? Because when you go to McDonald's, you got your choice. Think at McDonald's, you got the triple threat. You got beef, which comes from cattle. You got chicken sandwiches, McNuggets, and things like that come from chickens, and then you have fish that comes from fish.
Can you still get fish at do they still offer a fish sandwich?
Yeah, it's real expensive though. Yeah, it's filet o fish. It's every once in a while I'll get the hankering for that. You like that word, hankering?
I do love that word.
Every once in a while.
Yeah, it describes an old man driving through a drive-thru and them saying, "We haven't sold fish here for 2 years," and no, you can't get a McFlurry. Now go to Schnucks, buy some ice cream, and sit in the parking lot by yourself.
John, can I tell you what I had for lunch yesterday? You won't believe it.
Yeah, please do.
You won't believe this, okay?
I will. It's something high cholesterol and disgusting.
I have near the office. I have the double on the same parking lot. I have a Schnucks and a McDonald's. And yesterday I went to Schnucks and I bought. Here's once again the crazy thing, which I can't understand. I can go to Schnucks and buy 2 1-ounce bags of Lay's potato chips. So you buy 2 of them, and a piece, they're 66 cents a piece. But if you buy 2 of them, they're $1, okay? $1 for 2 ounces of potato chips. And right next to it is the full-size bags of potato chips, which have 2.5 ounces, and those are $2.79. Think about that for a minute, John. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, so every once in a while, I get the craving for one of my favorite things is a McDonald's hamburger with potato chips on it, not French fries.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I went to
You put the potato chips on the hamburger?
Yes, hell yes. You put them on there.
Wow. Okay.
You crunch down that top, and then you crunch down those potato chips, and then you put more potato chips on it. You crunch it down again, and if you're really daring, you do that 3 times. You put a 3rd layer of potato chips on it. Matter of fact, I did this yesterday where I put a 2nd layer on the top, and then I flipped the burger over and put another layer on the bottom, crunched it all down, and ate it. Oh my God, it was so good. It was so good.
This is really self-indulgent. And A-Block, you say face down hogtied, and now you're talking about flipping a fresh piece of meat over and taking it from the other side.
That's right, and it was so good. And I ate it in the parking lot. So what's wrong?
You got to be careful. The cops are going to come knocking.
What's wrong with that, John? I mean, come on now. I'm a dude. I am if I told you I had someone yesterday, someone who's always on my case about things. And I said to them, if you can change 3 things about me, what would they be? And if I told you the 3 things, it's actually kind of funny because I thought to myself, okay, in one hand, one of them is somewhat minor. 2 of them, not doing that. You know what I'm saying? One of those kind of things.
Yeah, the person on your case, that's me, right?
No, it wasn't you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All sorts of stuff going on. Now, we talked about this, about the thing with Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift being engaged. Okay. And then I mentioned the Pete Mundo thing. This has got to be huge for the Kansas City area. Don't you think? Don't you think, John?
Yeah, I think so, Brad. Absolutely. And so I guess you just think now, the flip side of this, Brad, is I don't know how much longer Travis Kelce is going to be playing football. So is this a one-shot deal for Kansas City to make the best of this year? Travis Kelce's not much longer for football.
Yeah, I heard that, and the rumor I've heard is that the reason they got engaged, this is going to be his last season, and he's going to go out with a bang, and then they're going to get married after the last season. I mean,
yeah, I could see that. For sure.
But imagine if there's a guy that has the world wrapped around his finger, it is Travis Kelce right now. Don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, it certainly appears that from an outsider's perspective. You never know. And the touching thing, I have to be uncharacteristically sentimental here, is when I watched most of the Travis Kelce and Taylor interview that they did 2 weeks ago, and she talked about the fact, everybody in the relationship thinks that she's the most successful one, and by any objective, discussion she is. But I think what was really sweet and sentimental is she was talking about the fact that she knew nothing about football, and yet she put the effort in to learn about football and learn what a first down is. And I feel like she didn't do it in a performative way. I feel like she thought that football is pretty dang important to Travis, to her man, and she wanted to show appreciation for it by at least learning about it. And I thought that was really touching, Brett.
And it was always interesting?
What's that?
She pulled up an old song that now is part of her repertoire. Do you know this song?
What song is it?
Do you know Sam and Dave?
I don't know that song, no.
You don't know Sam and Dave?
No, is it a real song or is this a bit?
Hold on, let me find it.
Is it are you going to blow my headphones out?
No. Let me see if I can find it. I'll play it. It's one of my...
Is it like a cover of Jack and Diane?
No. Okay. No, excuse me. It's Mel and Tim. Okay. You ready? Hold it. Here, let me see if I can play it here. I can't plug my phone anymore because it doesn't work like that anymore. Backfield in motion, going to have to penalize you. Backfield in motion.
Oh, wow. So is this like a bro country song about a girl shaking her butt or something?
No. Back here, let me pull this up on Wikipedia.
Because when I hear backfield in motion, I think like,
Here, let me see if I can find it. It's a real song. It was a big hit. Let me see. Backfield. Let me see. I'll give you the whole Wikipedia thing if it has. I'm pretty sure.
I don't need a whole Wikipedia thing, but I just need the bare facts here.
In motion. Okay. Yeah. Get your girlfriend back in motion. Backfield in motion. 1969 song by Mel and Tim. A 1969 song by vocal duo Mel and Tim. It uses American football terminology to describe the nature of a relationship between a man and a woman. It made the cash box and Billboard charts that same year. It got as high as where's the background airplay charts? It got as high as it debuted at 43 in Cashbox Top 50. You don't even hear Cashbox anymore. Peaked at number 1 the week ending November 8th. It will hold that position for an additional 2 weeks. With Some Way They Will Be Together by Diana Ross and the Supremes. Top 100, ending on October 25th. It debuted in Cashbox Top 100 chart. It would reach the position of number 12 on that week.
There we go. That's plenty of details about it, Brad.
Billboard Hot 100. It got as high as it peaked at number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Oh, wow. That's plenty of detail.
Motion. That's what she's going to add to her new repertoire when she does.
Brad, we've been talking about it for 7 minutes, and you haven't made a reference to her tight end. Or do you think she's just had so many boyfriends that it's not really tight anymore?
Not going to touch that. Okay. See, now, do you think they're going to move to Kansas City? Do you think they'll live in Kansas City?
No, of course not.
No, where are they going to move, John?
Probably Nashville or wherever she wants to go.
Yeah,
but also, Brad, when you're of that stature, you don't just have one home. And if I'm Travis, I make sure, and Taylor's people know this, you have to say that you still have a presence in Kansas City because you don't want the narrative out there, oh, yeah, they just came and used us for our attention, and then they left and they don't even come back anymore. So they got to have a place in Kansas City, and they have to make a symbolic visit here and there. But he's from Ohio, so they got to have a place in Ohio. They got to have a few places wherever Taylor wants. Okay,
do you know, and speaking of something, you might find this interesting as well, too. Have you ever heard of the word or the term, the Taylor Swift tax? You know what the Taylor Swift tax is?
No, what's that?
The Taylor Swift tax is a proposed tax in Rhode Island that would put a statewide tax for non-primary residents valued at more than $1 million. If passed, the act would tax properties which are not primary residents of their owners valued at more than $1 million. That is literally a bill that was proposed in the Rhode Island legislature back in June of this year.
So So by the way, and what I love is when knuckle draggers and people that don't understand how policy works, they read a headline like, there was a bill and they're trying to make it a law. And in Missouri, we have 163 state reps, and anybody can introduce anything. I'm sure that bill went nowhere, and I'm sure it didn't become law. But morning talk show hosts see something about a bill and take it seriously, that'll never actually happen. But if it did, Brad, I guess the idea is to discourage people with a little bit of means and wealth from establishing a vacation home in a state.
Well, the interesting part of this is funny you've mentioned that, John, because in Missouri, a proposal has already been pre-filed. It's the Taylor Swift left lane policy, and it was.
Oh yeah, and Brad, is there anybody in St. Charles County that might have proposed that?
Adam Schnelting. Funny you should answer that. Is that if her motorcade is in the left lane in any interstate, not doing at least 100 miles an hour, they will be thrown in jail, and Travis Kelce will be fined by the NFL. That's what the rule is.
And I heard that a constituent of Adam Schnelting's named Shelley Barr came and said 100 miles per hour is way too low. It needs to be 120. I'm just telling you what I heard, Brad.
And they asked Sammy Hagar, and he said, you know what he said, John?
Oh, he said, I can't drive 105.
That's what he said. Okay, it's time for us to leave, John. Have we done enough damage today?
We have. What a joyous hump day. Remember, Brad, face down and hogtied.
And I'll have to practice up for my radio interview this afternoon at 1 o'clock, okay?
It's totally happening.
Bye, John.
See you tomorrow.